Hi all, I'm Dr. Shreya Govind. I'm performance coach and a POS trainer. Welcome to our Sitcon talk show with Poonam and Shreya.
Hi all, I'm Poonam Madan. I'm the founder of Break Free from Stress Training Solutions. I'm a corporate trainer and a happiness coach. I would also like to welcome you all to our talk show, Sitcon with Poonam and Shreya. Now we are discussing regularly some new techniques which can be used effectively to improve your productivity and enhance your performance, not only in professional area but in your personal area as well.
Well,
So, last episode we discussed a very effective technique, and we have got a really good feedback. People are using that technique, and that was the urgent and important metrics. And in today's episode, we are going to discuss in regard to Pareto principle, or we call Pareto analysis as well. Right, Shreya?
right. And this Pareto principle, it was the term or the principle was firstly coined by Italian economist Vilfredo Pareto.
Okay, great. So that Italian economist have given us a very great Pareto principle. He introduced it by analyzing the land ownership in Italy. And what he found was 80% of the land in Italy was owned by 20% of the population.
Correct.
So this is how he formed a relationship that is generally now known as the 80-20 principle.
20.
So in corporate life, we use this principle by saying that 20% of our efforts contribute to 80% of our result.
Correct.
So,
And,
yeah, please.
and for work and time management, this Pareto principle, it means that if you want to make the most of your time, you need to know typically what 20% of your activities and tasks are so critical that it contribute to 80% of the total success or effort of your whole work.
So, if we are able to identify those 20% of the task which are contributing to 80% of our overall output, just see how easy it will become for us to focus and concentrate and to get the better results.
Correct.
So I feel this principle can be used very easily, and we all in personal life also would have experienced it. Like Shreya, I would like to add that when I open my wardrobe, so generally what happens is if you see me daily basis, I almost wear the same clothes. Though my wardrobe is full of so many clothes, but when I have to wear the clothes, I only pick up only those selected few items. So out of all those clothes which are filling only my wardrobe,
Hmm.
20% are those which are actually satisfying me.
Correct.
Again,
Correct.
80-20 principle is applying on our wardrobe as well, isn't it?
Correct. Correct. And Poonam, I want to give you my late example. Just it happened few days back. I had to buy a new phone. You know why? Because my phone memory was full. Then I realized it there also this 80-20 principle applies. We have so many apps, 40, 50 apps. But do we use all these 40, 50 apps? No. We use maximum 10 to 12 or 15 apps on a daily basis. But those apps, if I could have removed, my space could have got free. But I did not. I went and bought a new phone. So there also this 80-20 principle applies.
Exactly.
Instead of opening a new app or new phone, I could have deleted the old apps which I was not using.
Exactly. Our this way, if we are able to identify the task during our day, those 20% essential tasks, they should only occupy our mind instead of the other 80% which are only there to fill our mind, but they are
Hmm.
not contributing to our outcome or any result.
Correct. And here, just same thing. If we apply what you said that 20% which is filled in our mind, if we use this principle in our personal life to eliminate unproductive thing and
Right.
make way for productive things in our life, you see the drastic change it will happen.
Right, true. So I think this principle will definitely help to identify those essential tasks and to make the priority list on such a basis that we will focus mainly on the 20% topmost priorities,
Hmm.
and the later 80%, even if we don't want to focus, we can easily delegate to others,
Correct.
isn't it? So this can help in delegation as well to identify such tasks which can be delegated easily.
So planning and delegation.
Right. So the focus should be on the 20%. And when we talk on about phone, if you just check your phone memory, there are so many contacts in the contacts list, right? But if you just see how many of them you have been interacting with, hardly 20% of the entire
Yeah,
contact list, right? So this applies to our friends as well. You
correct.
can make a long list of friends, but out of that long list, only 20% of those friends are there always when you need them, or who are responsible, who are helping you for your happiness and joy. So
Correct.
definitely
Correct.
applies there as well, right? And when I say 20%, Shreya, I don't think that it is necessarily 20% only. The figure can be 15% also, it can be 30, 70, 30 also, it can be 85, 15 as well. But
But it is basically the range we are talking about.
right. So we just want to say that it's the smallest proportion which you have to identify out of the entire population.
So with the same thing, I just want to add one more example. See, during this lockdown, everybody was doing their own work at home, and I was thinking about how to reduce weight and all. So someone said, "Yeah, you should stop eating food." Someone was saying, but when I got to know, it's not about stop eating anything. It's about eating those unnecessary things. And what is that unnecessary thing? Those 20% of unnecessary things, which is affecting the 80% of my health. What
Right.
are those unnecessary things? This fatty foods, these chips and all, the sugary, the sweet foods. Meaning, these only constitute 20%, but it is affecting 80% of our health.
True. So focusing on the 20% and how we can use this in business actually, as if you just check it out, 80% of the revenue of a company is generated by 20% of the prominent customers.
Correct.
So most companies have a list of those 20% customers who are contributing to their revenue to a greater extent. And those 20% customers or clients, they we should focus on those 20% to retain them and to have a better relationship with those 20%. I'm not saying that with the rest of the 80% clients you should not focus, but most of the energy should be focused on these 20% clients. And one of
Correct.
my friend recently opened a restaurant, and she also shared with me regarding this 80-20 principle as well. She said that I could see that during the entire full day, morning she used to open by 10 o'clock until night
Hmm.
10 o'clock, but full day she was not getting so many customers. So during the entire day there was only 2 to 3 hours when she used to get a rush of customers at her place. So she identified that small proportion during the entire day, and she said that during that particular time, I always focused on the restaurant business only. So everyone in the staff was given this instruction: is time pay. You have to be here. You have to completely focus on the business. And this
I
is
think it goes with every business,
yeah, true,
not only restaurant, hotels on all also.
right?
When you look at other hotels, do you think they are fully occupied throughout the year? No.
I mean, yeah,
It's only during the holiday season, weekend time, only those hotels are fully occupied.
right.
And those days only help them to achieve their profit.
And I feel, Shreya, when you were working in HR, you should also have identified certain employees in your organization, right?
Yeah. So 20, and thanks for bringing this out, Poonam, that when I was working in HR, when we used to do succession planning, when we used to do performance appraisal, and 20% of employees were responsible for the 80% of company's output. So we used to identify who are 20%, who needs to be trained, who needs to be more focused on, so that our company's growth, it helps in company's growth, helps in company's revenue and all.
Right, right. So net we can say that if we are able to identify that 20% of the tasks which we are performing that are contributing to 80% of our success or result, then that
Hmm.
will help us to manage time more effectively,
Correct.
right? So instead of focusing on perfection of 100%, we
Hmm.
focus on perfection of that 20%, and let us delegate the rest of 80% tasks to the people who can do at their own pace, and we can just supervise it,
Correct. Correct.
right? So that will make our task better, effective, and productivity will increase.
Correct. But when you spoke about perfection, I want to say that sometimes it is okay not to be perfect.
Right.
But there are few people who just go that I want to be perfect. I want to be perfect. Sometimes let go of that feeling. Yeah. Sometimes it is okay.
Yes. Great. So this principle is definitely going to help all of us to
Hmm.
prioritize our task, and instead of focusing more on what not to do and what to do, we can make a to-do list, and
Correct.
in that to-do list just focus on what is important,
Hmm.
that you have to focus on, and you will be surprised to see that only 20% of those tasks need your attention, and rest 80% can be easily delegated to others.
So before you begin any work, as just Poonam said, make a to-do list and ask yourself, is this task in your top 20% of your activities or in the bottom 80%?
Right. So if it is in the top 20%, definitely it needs your attention. But if it is
Correct.
not in the top 20%, then it can be easily delegated or it can
Correct.
be delayed. Right?
Correct.
Yeah. So to our viewers, I would like to ask, will you be doing this, following this technique in your personal and professional life? If yes, then do start working on your to-do list, identify your tasks, and make a priority of those 20% which are actually helping you to be successful.
Correct.
So this will definitely help to effectively manage your time and get work done easily.
So I would want all the viewers who are watching, all the people who watch our shows, to want to ask them, you have to categorize which 20% of activities, people, work, passions are resulting in 80% of your fulfillment.
Right.
Which 20% of your things brings 80% of your joy. You need to identify which 20% of food you eat that day brings 80% of your um, fitness.
Right. So are you all ready to identify that 20% in your life? Do type in below by writing yes, and we will be happy to read your comments. And do share your experiences, any questions you have, any suggestions you have with both of us. I have shared our email ID, our contact details below, so you can just type in and make us aware of what are your thoughts on the 80-20 principle or the Pareto principle. And I'm sure after attending today's session, you all will go to Google and search on this Pareto principle and will start applying it in your life. And soon you will start getting better results. So, with this, Shreya, should we wind
Yeah,
up today's episode?
sure. So before we close on, I just want to say that for Pareto analysis, there are few detailed steps required. If you want to know about those details, you can definitely contact us through our details which are mentioned here. So please reach out to us. Please share your views. Please share your comments. And thank you so much. And please do apply this. And I'm very sure it will help you in being more productive and being more successful in your life.
Great. So, with this, let us wind up today's episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. Till we meet next, keep smiling. See you all.
Thank you so much. Keep smiling and bye. Take care.